Shortly before Christmas, I was in the company of someone who bore more than a passing resemblance to Graham Taylor, the former football manager and co-commentator. As pleasant as our conversation was, I also found myself thinking about Graham and how much I enjoyed his punditry on BBC Radio 5 Live. Sadly, following his sudden death from a heart attack and what is nowadays an extremely young 72, there will be no future opportunities to enjoy Graham's warm, insightful contributions. As is so often the case when famous people die, there has been a tremendous outpouring of both grief and tribute. I've been particularly struck by how, like the recently deceased singer George Michael, Graham Taylor carried out many private acts of kindness and generosity. He liked to reply to all letters that were sent to him, very often in a quirky but always kindly fashion. He even agreed to be best man for a supporter of one of his teams. Human nature dictates that many people will remember Graham Taylor mainly for his disappointments as England manager between 1990 and 1993, rather than for his phenomenal success with Watford and his rejuvenation of Aston Villa. I both liked and admired Graham during his career in football management and, since his untimely passing, have made it my business to watch various interviews with and features on him. Far from being the irritable, paranoid and incompetent figure that he was portrayed as in some sections of the media, he was in reality a genial, confident man who set himself high standards and expected the same from others. To his players he was somewhere between a father figure and a friendly uncle. To many supporters he was a godlike figure, not just for footballing success, but for his insistence that his players engaged fully with their fans and the local community. I have frequently written of the disconnect between modern-day sports stars and their public. With Graham Taylor, there was no such disconnect. He lived for football and rose above the media abuse. Some of the journalists and newspapers now singing his praises should actually be hanging their heads in shame, for Graham was a tailor-made gentleman.